Press, and I'm here with Kyle Lucas. How are you doing?
Good.
Say your name as well. Thanks. All right, so I have a few questions for him today. So your latest album, Almost Famous, Almost Broke, came out about a year ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel like the fans have been responding?
Really good. They loved it. I mean, every song, it was more of like a darker album.
Yeah.
So I took like what I did with like Marietta, Georgia, and kind of like saw how the fans reacted to the poppier songs, the non-poppier ones, and just it was kind of across the board that they liked.
Do you enjoy doing kind of both, right?
Yeah.
And
of course.
series.
I love just writing songs. So but they loved the darker ones. So I was like, let me just try an EP and try to just explore the darker sides, the more introspective and stuff.
Yeah. How long do you think this record took you to make?
Probably a year.
About a year. Is that about average for you, or?
Yeah, it is. Because but I have a million songs with. Yeah, it's about when I put something out, it's about a year.
Okay. And are you there, kind of also in the recording process?
More recently, so. Yeah.
Okay, so you're also a part of that. I did see on YouTube you previously did kind of like a behind the song thing on your last one. Do you kind of plan on doing that with this one, or you don't know yet?
Yeah, no, we haven't. We recorded them.
Oh, did you? Okay, there's not posted yet.
I need to edit them.
Okay, cool. You're like, I'm working on it.
It's my
I'm working
fault.
on it.
I'm sorry.
It's cool. No,
Don't harass Skaggs.
Them.
Don't harass Skaggs.
Like, get it up there already.
We have them. Did you like that?
No, I do like that because I don't feel like a lot of people do that, and people are always asking, well, what does this song really mean? Like, what's the story behind it? And I feel like that answers a lot of questions.
I mean, we thought when we did that with the first one, I always wonder because it's like, each one gets like 200 views on YouTube, so I'm like gauging like, do people even really care? And I appreciate that you even are one of the
I definitely
fans
appreciate
that,
it.
Because I would care, like my favorite artists, I would love to hear their stories behind them.
Exactly. Because then otherwise people are kind of guessing, and then there's like rumors sometimes about songs too. Oh, it's about this. Like, it's not.
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's kind of like behind, the wizard behind the curtain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
Quality plays over quantity.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So after you've kind of written everything, recorded everything, like, do you think you ever have a preference afterwards if you like the party or the more serious when you look back on them? Obviously, you like all of your songs or you would write them, but...
It depends. Yeah. I mean, it just depends on like the mood I'm in of the day. I write a lot of songs with a lot of other artists, and I write songs for other artists.
Right.
And I like to think that like I can write any kind of song. You know how to rap or know how to write a song. You can write a song. I don't know. I like to write all kinds of songs, like the super poppy, corny stuff. Like I was just listening to LFO driving down here, so
there you go. Yeah.
I personally like a lot, but I feel like my fans like the more introspective Kyle Lucas, the more because they're going through the same stuff I go through, and they kind of connect to more of the darker ones, or the more introspective. Yeah, Airport Blues, Percocet 10s, 5 Days, Alone. Very like. But I just like music, so it's given the day.
Yeah. Do you feel like you guys kind of start off with the beats first, or the words, or how do you kind of match those?
There's no method to the madness. I've tried. Also, I went through a long time of like writer's block, so I've dissected trying to like what the process is, and I've come to the conclusion there is no method to the madness. I write so many lines on just my iPhone with no music. I write every day, so I listen to the beats. Nothing comes out. I'll pull something I've written on my iPhone 6 months ago, and we just did something in Austin that I was pulling lines for 6 months ago, and they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
So
just click.
The answer is there is no method to the madness, and I've tried to figure it out because I would like to repeat successful method every day, but it doesn't work like that.
So I know you said you were kind of newer to helping with him out, right?
Yeah.
So what parts do you do?
We did a tour like together, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and we just
before Almost Famous.
Yeah, before Almost Famous, like right before it came out, and we got to know each other really well, and things just kind of clicked. So I kind of joined the management team with his other manager, Nick Shuley. And we worked together to put out Almost Famous, Almost Broke, and somewhere along the line, I started DJing for him at his shows, and a few days ago, we recorded a new song, and I tracked him and helped with the prompts.
So now it's becoming like all-encompassing. He's making beats, and it's just like it's all working out super really organic. It's like perfect.
So is there a certain song off of this album that if you had to pick one, it would be your favorite? You can only pick one.
Off Almost Famous?
It narrows it down. At least it's not all of your songs.
That's true.
It's one.
I know, right? 'Cause I'm trying to make a set list.
Yeah.
It's hard to narrow it down.
Oh,
but
sure.
yeah.
My favorite is Cellar Door. Because
Yeah?
he thinks he can't sing, but that song is super melodic. He sings
Yeah.
the whole way through.
I love Cellar Door.
Okay.
I love Good Intentions with Johnny. I think lyrically it's from a writer's standpoint to make Cellar or to make Good Intentions the metaphor on music, and you don't know that till 4 bars, till the second to the end. You think I'm talking about a girl the whole time, and it's just my relationship with music. I like personification a lot in music. My favorite rappers do that the best, like Nas, and everyone, when you realize he's the bullet in the gun, the whole song. Like I like storytelling. So I liked Good Intentions, but I like Cellar Door too. And I know I can't sing, but I can sing great with Melodyne and Auto-Tune. But I like coming up with melodies, so I I couldn't sing right now without a bunch of Auto-Tune and Melodyne, but I like coming up with like harmonies and melodies and stuff. So yeah, it would be Cellar Door and Good Intentions. And I love working with Johnny. So
So speaking of Cellar Door, that's the only one I've seen the video for. That is the only one right now, right?
Yeah, and then
is
we
there
did.
one in the making, or
Well, we have a video for Be Remembered with Will Pugh, and it was shot in England, and we have a video for that. And then we've been doing like little sections for All My Rich Friends Are Sad. We've been doing verses, so I'm gonna do that one because I'm gonna do we did one on the last tour, and I'm gonna do this one, and then the third verse. So I'm releasing those in almost smaller videos.
Okay.
But honestly, like Cellar Door, the reason there's a video is because that's one of the ones without a feature.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want me to just be
true.
completely frank, that's And I liked all the songs, so I wasn't I can't do,
It's just hard to get everybody in the same place.
Yeah, exactly.
At the
Because
same time.
Will lives in Nashville, and everyone on that record, STS and Cam Hunter on Vice lives in Canada, so it kind of worked out. So yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna read this.
I hope that was not the
No.
answer earlier.
You're good. No, you're good.
It's not that magical.
You have to do that, and you have to post the behind the scenes. You have a lot that you need to post right now.
Oh, we got
You
it.
have homework.
Yeah, we got it.
We're finding the inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
now we know.
No one's pushing you except me right now.
Yeah,
all of
'cause
the people that are gonna watch this. So.
No one's I thought people really didn't care.
No,
All
they
right.
care. It's important.
All right.
Alright, so I'm gonna read this one since it's long. It's some of your lyrics here, okay?
Okay.
So, these are probably one of my favorite verses, and they're off of Be Remembered. It's when you say, I like to think I chose legacy over currency. I took the long road as opposed to what's currently. Being so told to the masses wouldn't work for me. It started hurting me. These are more than words to me. So, what is that song for you? What do you want people to take from that song?
It was more that I've done a lot of songs, and I constantly get asked and constantly get compared to a lot of my peers and friends that are super famous. And so I haven't had the career that a lot of my friends and peers have had.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was more of just self-reflection, realizing that I don't know, go left or right, so it was just realizing my choices, maybe a lot haven't been okay, and then a lot have been good, but then it all works out for a reason, because what's the second verse where I say, it was all the snakes and all the roaches, but I'm gonna live for the moment, and then realizing that I'm always in my head, and I analyze every single thing I've done, and it was more of just a release of it's okay. It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. Don't compare yourself to your friends and peers. And I get in my head everyone's job. You compare yourself to your neighbors. You compare yourself to people who are more successful. And my friends are super famous and successful. And then I was just analyzing my whole life in 2 songs. How would I do that in 16 bars? And so I wanted to make it I chose legacy over currency. I feel my lyrics have stuck and made a lot of people happy and not happy, but comforted that they're not alone. That I'm going through it too. You're not alone, and I think a lot of my fans. I'm not arena yet, but my fans are diehard. My lyrics tattooed on them. It just means a lot to them, and so Yeah, so that was it. It was just me just analyzing. And I mean,
how do you
Will
feel?
P was on the hook and his angelic voice. Like, you can't go wrong with that, right?
How do you
Cartel.
feel, like your music compares to some other artists that are, say, on the radio or playing arenas right now?
I don't know. Because I write so many different kind of songs, and I've written so many kind of songs that could be on radio. I was in a band for 5 years, and I've been even through the label process of chasing radio, where you try to write songs that could compete with the, I've been through all of it, so at this point, it'll make you crazy, and it did make me crazy for a long time, and then I'm just now working on just creating.
You're doing you.
And I'm not trying to think, like, I'm 32 and I was signed when I was 22, so I've been through for a decade and been through everything that kind of reworked my thought process on songwriting. And let people get in your ears, let people not get in your ears, label people get in your ears, and then I'm just now becoming able to, like Jackson Pollock it, like throw paint against the wall. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let's keep moving. Like, just create. Because for a long time I had a bunch of filters where I'd be like, well, I can't have a girl song. I already have a girl song on the record. I can't. This is not going to work on the radio. And then I lost the instinct, the creative instinct to just create, throw it up. Yeah, for a long time, and I'm just now getting out of that. Like, we just did a song we just talked about that in Austin.
Well, we did a tour in December, and like it took some convincing, like, to do a solo headlining tour. And, we worked on it for a long time. We put it together, and we proved that we could do it. Like, just me, him, and Ian. We went for 2 weeks on our own. We had a really good time, really good turnouts, and we got really hyped on it. We're just like, now's the time to just content, knock out the music, just make it happen.
And then you do music as well, right?
Yeah.
How do
There's
you
a shit
feel
ton
about
of music.
How do you feel about, like, looking at him as a fellow artist and kind of what he is?
He's so much better than me. I'll never be as good as he is today.
You want to name your band?
Sure, I play an Outline in Color and Shame Cold.
There you go. So look him up for sure.
Yeah.
So next question. I know we kind of touched on you collaborating with Jonny Craig. You do that pretty frequently. How did that kind of start up, and what keeps you guys together as far as touring and collaborating?
Well, my old band Vonnegut was on tour with his old band Dance Game and Dance in 2011 on Warped Tour. So we met then, but he was fucked up and I was fucked up. But he doesn't even remember, but we were acquaintances. But then right before I did, once Vonnegut broke up and I was doing my Always Sunny in Marietta 2, Nick Shuley, my other manager, hired a publicist that was just representing him at the time, right when he got out of rehab, and then was like, I'm gonna wants to do like R&B stuff, and then I mean, I was driving out to South by Southwest. The whole mixtape, that was the songs that I have with Jeezy, like T-Mills. I had like that was my mixtape after my band, and he was like, Jonny Craig wants to do a song, and I was like, okay, but I was like, I'm leaving like in 2 days, like, and we're releasing it. And we sent him a bunch of, he called me, and I remember I was living at my parents' house at the time, and he was calling me, and I was like walking outside, and we started like talking, and he was like, you have any beats? I want to kind of do like a kind of like R&B-esque like weekend shit. And I was like, yo, I know this producer that Captain Midnight, and I have 40 of his beats in a folder.
Let's do it.
Yeah, do you want me to send it? And then he sent me a bunch of hooks and Worth It, like, so he sent me in the Worth It hook. I like that. I wrote that in a day, drove out to Austin, and 2 days later we were shooting a video. And it's so funny because the Worth It video, like, it's us just trying to remember the words because we just did it 3 days ago.
True.
So,
I can't
but it
quite
was
read
like,
it yet.
right, yeah. But I had a show at South by, he had a show at South by, and then he had a show at the Paper Tiger, which was the White Rabbit at the time in San Antonio.
Oh, they changed the name? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then, so we kind of did all the live scenes. Like, he would come on my show, I went to his 2 South by shows, and then we just made it together. But also, we hung out the whole time for like a week. And then we became like really good friends, and we were like, oh shit, you know, music homies are music homies, but like, you don't like it. It's like work, you know what I mean? You might not like them, and we just really got along. And then he was like, you want to go on tour? And I was like, yeah, whatever. And he was like, no, you want to go to Australia and Europe with me? I'm like, all right.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
and then we're also like, you know, people say so much shit in music that I'm so numb to it, I don't believe it, and then it just happened. So. Yeah, and we write really good songs together.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's very quick, and that's the one thing, because I co-write with a bunch of artists, and we write really good songs really, really quick. So, and that's just, it's so instinctual. So.
And so, since you brought up T-Mills, I'm a fan of T-Mills too.
Yeah.
How was it working with him? I know that was a while back, but how was that, like, compared to working with Jonny? Like, what was the difference? Are they just totally different people?
I never worked with I never worked with Travis like in person.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was when we do have like 3 or 4 songs. We have a handful of songs together, but we did that all over the internet for like years. And the funny thing is, my manager met him in LA at like a dinner, and like with his manager and them, and then he was like, yeah, that's a homie, we never even met. So me and Travis used to talk on like AIM and that MySpace and stuff. He would send me songs and I would rap on it. And actually, the song with Travis, I did one of them that was the first time I ever used auto-tune, and I didn't even know it was called auto-tune. I just kept telling my engineer to do the T-Pain effect.
Oh my god.
I didn't even know it was like had a name. But but we later since we met and hung out. But it's crazy because all the music was made like so many years before we actually hung out. But he's a homie, yo. He's a great person.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but we never those songs we would send each other songs online, one phone, text, and then we would send each other songs back and forth because I think I did stuff for him, he did stuff for me that we were just emails and stuff.
So how much longer does that take, strictly doing it that way versus when you're in person? Is it like weeks or?
No, it's probably the same.
Probably around the same. It's just more complicated.
It just doesn't get, because sometimes if you're in the studio with someone, you can't think of anything, that's going to take another day. It's more, I honestly like being able to sit on a song a lot longer if I'm doing a feature for someone instead of just being right now, the best thing ever right now.
And you're like
this
staring
little
at the
window
paper
of time.
Like, crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was, it all was super quick. I mean, more than a couple minutes.
So I know you mentioned you do like doing a lot of collaborations. Everyone kind of knows that. How do you go about finding the people that you do your collaborations with? Because there are so many different ones, even on this record alone.
Right.
There's so many different. So how do you find
everyone on this actually, now that I think about it, there's very rare collaborations with people that I'm not like friends with.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I've done, I did a tour with Down with Webster, that's how Cool and Hunter got it. STS is one of my best friends. Will Pugh is one of my best friends from Atlanta. Like my old days did shows with Cartel. And so those, now that I guess when I'm getting older, it's probably just like, it's more natural. Everyone, we're just friends. We've done a lot of shows.
It's more fun.
Yeah, it's so much more fun. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's more of just like very organic.
What would both of you actually say is kind of the hardest part of being on tour and making music, and what's the best part? What are the highlights and kind of the downsides?
Driving is the worst.
Are you the physical driver?
A lot of the time.
I'm sorry. That sucks. I hate driving.
Yeah. It's just like a necessary evil. I mean, like those like 25 minutes that we get, like when the crowd is right and the atmosphere is right, it's like, it's magic. It's like it's literally what we live for, and it makes all the crappy stuff that comes before it worth it. That's like what we're chasing.
What would you say is the?
No, that makes it's almost like we're chasing the dragon. Like it's that one high on stage for the 30 minutes.
So do you guys feel like you're like napping most of the day? Well, not you because you're driving. I hope you're not napping.
I wish I could nap. No. As I'm older, I mean, I'm not 21 anymore.
Right.
So,
we're getting older.
Right.
Got it. Yeah.
Right. And I love touring. I like talking to fans, and I like playing the show. But touring's really, really hard. It takes like a toll, and like especially like addiction, depression, and mental happiness is really, really hard. So I don't think a lot of people understand to do the 30-minute set we just did, like what we go through. Yeah, just how much we sacrifice. Like we really, really do sacrifice a lot. I've lost plenty of relationships to that, plenty of like my family time that I'm really super close with my family, and I don't think a lot of people understand what we give up to. Because they just come here and see us for 30 minutes and they're happy we can take pictures and talk, but I don't understand that's 30 minutes, so like the 23 hours and 30 minutes that other day, it's just a struggle. So
like Ghost Town today, I know all of them are rolling on like 2 hours.
Right. And then you hear him right now.
Yeah.
So, but it's game time right now, and you hear him right now. So it's like, I got a smile on stage, but you have no idea what artists go through. You have no idea what we go through behind the scenes.
All right, so going back for history a little bit here. So you're from Marietta, Georgia. How do you feel kind of growing up there influenced you as a person and as an artist?
I mean, yeah, it immensely influenced me, and it probably shaped my creative, or shaped my artistic influences as I'm from the South, so Outkast, you know. But I also grew up like in Marietta, like all my friends were skateboard kids. We listened to Less Than Jake and Blink-182, Real Big Fish at the same time. Every single one knows every single Outkast word.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my first CD was Mace Harlem World and then Blink-182 Dude Range. And I feel that like when I was in 6th grade, that like crafted my rock and rap influence, I guess, and the music I made, like the Warped Tour-esque stuff. So Marietta is, shit, I named every fucking album on Marietta. I love Marietta. I just moved, but I do love Marietta. I live there.
So you're not in Georgia anymore?
I moved to Austin.
Oh, okay, so you're right here in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great music scene, though.
Right?
It's a great way to build everything.
Really good,
up,
yeah.
for sure. Is that kind of where you're at too? Is
I'm actually in Denver.
Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. I really want to. I would love to move to Denver or Seattle. Exactly.
Seattle is my number one. I just couldn't afford to.
Yeah, Seattle for sure. Denver is my second. But yeah, I have huskies, and so they feel like
Oh,
for sure.
Right. Yeah. Everybody that has a dog. This is dog city.
Oh, exactly. I think Seattle is kind of the same way too. Yeah, in Houston, Texas is cool, but I like winter weather. I'm not gonna lie. So, like you said, you were originally in a group. What kind of helped you transition to being a solo artist?
They didn't want to be in a group anymore.
Okay. They were just like, you know what, we're moving on.
You can't be in a band with people that don't want to be in a band with you.
That's true. But they kind of just went their own way.
They were just we you know we had the whole record deal thing, and it was a 5-year of literally Letterman, Lollapalooza, like literally the whole gauntlet. And it just some people just don't want to do it. 4 years later, you know, there was nothing personal. There was literally we never even had a conversation about breaking up. It was all. And so it was just them. People want different things. We turned 25, 26, and which is completely understandable. And you know, I wish them all the best. Still to this day. I mean, that was a long time ago, but I wish them all the best. And it taught me a lot. It taught me how to do a live show. Because the funny thing is, like, I was in a band for 5 years, signed to Outkast, everything, all the fixins. And then when I started working with Johnny and Jeezy and everyone as a solo artist, it's kind of cool because that was only 3 or 4 years ago, so I'm like a new artist. But I had this it's basically I was in the minors the whole time.
Yeah.
So now I do a show and it's not like my first show.
Yeah, true.
I've already done Warped Tour in advance. I already paid my dues so much that being Kyle Lucas and people are just now hearing me and they're like, whoa, he's really good. But I had practice, you know?
Yeah.
So it all worked out. It all worked out.
So, kind of speaking of Warped Tour, this is supposed to be their last summer going around the U.S. And how do you feel about that? What do you think it did for you and for other artists?
That's cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Was it, how many did you go on? Was it just the one? Or
I did 2011 and 2013.
Do you feel like you got to connect with a lot of bands that way? Or?
Yes, Josh Everett from Coheed and Cambria, and since me and Coheed are very close, and Josh, I'm very close with him. I feel like the friendships I've made, you know, because he has an album, I'm on there. I've made a lot of friends that I'm still friends today. Yeah. As far as it was all favorite though. I mean, they never asked me to be on the tour again. So yeah, I don't care. It's cool.
Like
Mazel tov. It's the last one. Mazel tov.
Some bands like Blink and Easy though, if it wasn't for Warped Tour, like we would have never known about it. You know? Like,
Yeah.
They're definitely.
And we did Warped Tour in a van, so if anyone says I didn't pay dues, suck my dick. Like that shit was miserable.
Warped is tough, and a van.
I'm sure, and
It's not even routed. It's not even routed for the tour. They even say it's not like you're not even supposed to do a tour. And running it was just like fuck it, let's do it. Honestly, I'd never been to Warped Tour until I played it, so so it was more of like a coming and just getting the whole scene of things. But,
hot as hell, especially in Texas when it's like 102 degrees outside and we're out there
fucking parking lot.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
understand.
Small jungle.
Yeah, right.
All right, so a few fun questions. What do you consider the hidden gem of party drinks that people may not know about? favorite if you can?
My girlfriend just turned me on to Jameson shot with a Sprite bat. Chase it with Sprite.
Okay.
And that sounds like insane. But it's
doesn't sound good.
so smooth. And like, you know, she's traveled all over the world and she was like, no, the Jameson people at the, like, they ship in Sprite, like it's supposed to, it connects like your palate.
It's like a real thing.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Okay, so this
Jameson
is it.
shot with a Sprite bag.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Any other drinks that you can think of, or your favorite, whichever comes first?
I love a good Moscow Mule.
Oh.
Some ginger beer. I'm a
Okay.
ginger beer addict.
All right.
I never had one. I've never had one.
Actually,
Your life is too.
What's in there?
Ginger beer, vodka, lime.
So have you had what he's talking about?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Okay.
She turned me on to it too. It's so
Yeah, maybe I'll try that.
So she
Damn.
seems
I don't even like Jameson.
Oh, I mean, well, she worked at wineries and she just had,
She
she knows
knows.
all about like the composition.
So she's like
Right, yeah. She knows
scientific with it.
how to like place like on menus. She can like what food would go with what beer type of thing. Like
That's like that. I think that they do that. They kind of decide what's gonna go with what food.
I guess it's Cicerone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's it. I mean, it takes like a palate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any strange tour stories? Anything that's weird that's kind of happened? It can be recent. It can be long ago. Any kind of strange encounters. It doesn't have to be at a show. It can be just while you're driving somewhere. You just
I
stop.
played Lollapalooza once, and then I did a pre-party with Sammy Adams, who was he was like the first person to take my old band on like our first national tour, other than Warped Tour, and like I was really excited. I've never staged dove before, and I was really like excited. I mean, I was excited to see him. I was excited. This was on Friday night, and I played Lollapalooza on Sunday, and I was like super stoked about it. It was like my turned up, like I was probably inebriated, but the adrenaline was like more than that. And I was just so happy, and he like I was on stage with him, and he has this one song. I forget which one it was at the time, but it was like his big one at the time, and he just brought me on during his set. It was sold out, and so I won a stage shot. And and also I just like hung out with Pete Wentz, and we saw so he played actual Lollapalooza on Friday, and he was in Black Cars. He started this other like side project, and he just did the show. We were talking backstage, and then he just walked on, and then did like a backflip into the crowd. And I was at my girlfriend at the time, my ex-girlfriend. And I was like, I'm stage after the guy.
Doing it.
Yeah, this was like after party, and then I was like, so it was in my head, and the show went phenomenal, and then so I was like going out, and then I just jumped, and then like kind of midway, I was just like, wait, all these, they're like 13-year-old girls, and I'm like 6'2", like 200 pounds, and I'm like, oh wait, this isn't gonna be good. So they caught me for a little bit, and then for like 2 seconds maybe, and they like held me up, and then they just dropped me. But it was like on the concrete. I think it's on YouTube. It's called It actually, I don't know if it was deleted or not, but it's called. You can look it up. I don't give a fuck now. But it was called like a Kyle Lucas stage dive fail, and someone was in the credits. You should link it if it's still up. I would love to see it too. I don't know. It's been years. And then it was like someone in the crowd, and then just dropped me. But I fucked my back up. I still have scars. I went to the doctor before. I couldn't even walk, and I'm like having like a panic attack because I'm like, I gotta play Lollapalooza in front of 20,000 people on Sunday, and that was on Friday night. And so Nick Shuley took me to all these places, and I like stayed in bed in a hotel. I'm like having a panic attack. But then my friend at the time was Chitty Bangs, like tour manager. He's like sober, and he was like came into the hotel room an hour before we stayed across from Lollapalooza, like Grant Park, and I'm like nervous. I was like, I spent the whole day in bed yesterday. I cannot walk. How am I supposed to do this? And I'm very energetic on stage.
Yeah.
So if I can't walk, I'm like,
That's a problem.
this is gonna be bad. Not to mention, at that time, it's the biggest show I've ever done. So I mean, my anxiety.
You just wheel yourself out there.
Well, my friend was just like, I just had my wisdom teeth pulled, and he was sober, and he was like, I have all these Percocets, and I was like, can I have two? And he was like, yep. And then I had 2 Jack and Cokes and perks in. And this was at 2 in the afternoon. It was like literally like, I think it was like Skrillex, or it was always like, we were on the EDM stage, it was like 20,000 SKP, or whatever it was. And then I was like, what? In the trailer? Bam. And the first thing, my monitors went out, so I just jumped in the crowd. And then I was like, okay, cool, I'm good to go.
I feel great.
Yeah. So that's my story. Is I hadn't stage dove since until Slaves like a year ago played Atlanta. They played the Masquerade and it was upstairs. It was like right before they closed. And they did like My Soul's Empty Full of White Girls, and I was just like, hold the shit. I just like ran out there.
Didn't fall this time.
No, they caught me.
Okay.
But I probably won't do it
about
again.
it afterward.
No, it was like it was like 5 years. Like I need to redeem myself for that.
Like this is a good one. Unless you fell again, then you better remember.
Oh my god. Oh, but now it would be so rampant. It'd be all over the internet. Because then it was like kind of.
Every time he stage dives, you fall.
Yeah. So I've only staged dove twice. One was the worst experience of my life, and I didn't even recover for like. It took a long time. I have all these scars and stuff that still haven't.
Yeah.
But the second time
It's
was
a
up.
reminder to think about what you do every day.
I probably won't do it.
Okay. So describe yourself when you were 15 and give yourself some advice.
Don't stress out so much. Don't worry about stuff like this kind of like all the like frivolous anxiety that I have, and that everything is billboard sized in your head. It won't matter. I would just say enjoy life more and don't put so much weight on small things. But that comes with age though. Yeah, that comes with age.
You have something to say? Same thing?
That's my main thing that I struggle with every day is anxiety. And sometimes it's logical, sometimes there's no reason for it, and it just like comes on. And right before we played, I was like, it's just like, you got 2 cables to plug in, I have to check these mics, I have to check that mic, I have to check everything's got to be good, all my decks have to be good, and then once all that's done, and I like pick up the mic and start yelling at the crowd, like then it all goes away. But up until that moment, it's just
Yeah, for sure. I can understand. Alright, so I was excited about this question.
Okay.
Assuming you watch the show, and I'm assuming you do because of your album, for this scenario, you get to hang out with 2 people from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the characters.
Only 2?
Only 2, and they are partners in crime for the day. Who do you choose?
Charlie, obviously.
Okay, Charlie was my first.
He's the wild card, baby. Wild card. I think over the years, I've grown. Charlie and Frank. Give me one day with them.
I had a feeling you were gonna say Frank.
Give me one day with them, and like I love everyone else. I think Dennis would cause me so much anxiety and just kind of annoy me. And then
I was gonna say Mac, but as soon as you said Frank, I was like Frank.
Because I was together, Charlie and Frank, and they live in that one little pull-out like, I feel like a day with them together, that would probably be it.
Have you seen the Eminem commercial with Don DeVito? Oh my god. It's like the yellow and the red M&M, it's like hanging out, like the red M&M is just he was human and he turns.
Really?
He's like still, he's like
Is that like a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think so. It just came out like a few weeks ago. It's so funny. I'll show it to you later.
That is incredible.
See, I think I'd go for Charlie and Dee, because I feel like Dee's also kind of wild.
You can get my goddamn nerves.
Why? What's wrong with Dee?
She's just, I don't know. She and Dennis they're too much. They're twins, so they're like they have the same kind of just like neurotic stuff that would drive me. It depends if I want to just like sit around all day and like stress about shit and just talk about frivolous stuff, or if I want to have fun. If I want to have fun, I would just do like how dope would it be to be with like Charlie and Frank, like when he gave him acid at the football game, like, and you'd be like sitting on there. In the green bit, like, sign me up, man. That would be like a great day.
Alright, I think Frank would have been my third. I think Dee's funny just because I remember there was an episode of like a dance competition, I guess, whoever can dance more, throwing each other out of it and trying to like mess it up for everyone. Alright, do you guys have anything to say to your fans?
Thank you guys so much. I mean, I know I say it a lot. I try to hit everyone back online, but you have no idea what you guys mean to me. And I mean, I've literally I've been through the gauntlet of every music industry experience, and I've tried to quit a million times, but like single-handedly, there'll be nights where I'm like, I'm done. And then I'll get one message from someone, and I'm like, okay. So just thank you so much. Like, please, thank you so much. And I know I'm not the easiest artist because of the frequency of music I put out and I don't put out. So, but I'm working on that, and I just want to say I thank you guys so much. It means the world to me.
All right, guys, thank you so much. This has been Lindsay with Tuned In Press. Follow us on YouTube and Instagram, and have a good night. Thanks.
Peace. All right, thank you so much.